This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/iHeart. Greenlight.com/iHeart.
Want to chime in on what's happening with your favorite KFAN program? Make your voice heard on the Brad, Sean, Brian text line. Let us know what you have to say by texting your message to 64686. That's 64686. Standard message and data rates apply.
We call it program password. We're knee-deep in the hoopla. It's Carly and Common against Lil B and JG and Tennessee. Where are we at? 44-28, did you say?
Yes, Common and Carly lead 44-28. Biggest lead of the game so far. As always,
program password left.
As always, you can watch the second half of Program Password at KFAN.com/watch.
I knew the song. You can tell him.
Can you turn your microphone on, please?
That's not for air. I'm taking strays.
You getting the Lil B dagger looks already?
No, Mr. B.
Oh. All right, 44-28, Common and Carly with the lead. Let's have Common and JG take a look at the iPad. The password is drama. Gerdsey, you're down 16 here. Kind of a pivotal moment in the game. The option is yours. You want to go first or second?
First.
All right, JG and Lil B for 10.
Controversy.
I don't know.
Common and Carly for 9.
Controversy.
Conspiracy.
You need your mic on, but you got it wrong. Conspiracy, she said.
I said my mic was off.
JG
That's
and
my
Lil
fault.
B
I'm sorry.
for for 8.
Blacked out.
You're all good.
Housewives.
Fight. They do.
Common and Carly for 7.
Trouble.
Argument.
JG and Lil B for 6.
Issues.
Drama.
I didn't know what else to say.
There we go.
No, you got it. I get it.
I thought it was a hard word.
That's a hard word. Yeah.
Drama.
I have no drama.
Data.
I have no drama in my life, so I don't even know what word to use.
We're well
to
aware.
describe
Yeah, how would
What's
you?
that song?
Where would it come from?
You act like that's a bad thing.
All right, 10-point lead for Common and Carly. It is 44-34. Carly and Lil B. Take a look at the iPad. The password is busy. All right, Lil B, option is yours. You're down 10. You can tie it up right here.
Look at
what do you
shuffle.
want to do here?
That was nice.
Second.
Okay, Carly and Common for 10.
Chaotic.
Crazy.
Lil B and JG for 9.
Multitask.
Busy.
Yes.
Ooh.
Good one.
Oh, very good.
We got ourselves a 1-point game. It's 44-43. Common and Carly still clinging to that lead. Common and JG. Take a look at the iPad. The password is Bill. All right, JG, down a point. You can take a lead for the first time in this game. You have the option. You want to go first or second?
First.
Oh, God.
All right, for the lead, JG and Lil B for 10.
Lout.
Oh, I don't want to say.
Common and Carly for 9.
Buffalo.
Bills.
Well,
You didn't even say one chance to change it.
Bill.
Well, we changed it a while ago that if it's just the plural version, we just give it to
I
you.
didn't want to say that because I didn't think he'd have a name as a clue.
What's
Well, it's not a name. A bill, dollar bill, bill on
thought
your
that was
cap.
such a
There's
slam
other,
dunk.
It
other
was a
bills.
slam dunk, but I
Dollar
didn't think he would give a
bill.
name as a clue.
He didn't.
Well, it's not just a
Or
name.
as a password. Okay, stop yelling at me.
No one's yelling.
It's okay. We got it.
Yeah, you got it on the second one.
You're like my child when I say anything negative. They go, "Why are you yelling at me?" This is not yelling.
Maybe you are.
I'll show you yelling.
Yeah, believe me, I can yell.
Man, I thought we had that one.
my fault.
That's okay.
That was a great clue. Lauk is the guy who sits next to Hegeman, right? That's who you used to sit by?
Yes.
I thought you were trying to
If I
say,
would've
like,
said-
look.
Yeah.
Like, Luke.
If you and I would have been teammates and I said Tilden.
I would have gotten that. Yeah.
All right, 10-point lead.
I owe Hageman some spots.
10-point lead for Common and Carly. It's 53-43. Carly and Lil B. Take a look at the iPad, please. The password is chemistry. By the way, Helvy's doing a great job today at KFAN.com/watch, posting the word exactly when I'm saying it.
Right,
He's on
Helvy.
his game today. Lil B, yeah, once again, you have the decision. You're down 10 here, but you can tie it up. You want to go first or second?
I'm going to try first.
Oh, boy.
All right, Lil B and JG for 10.
Undeniable.
Irresistible. I have no idea what that
Carly
was.
and Common for 9.
Physics.
Chemistry.
What's that from?
Not from anything. It's like a phrase. It's undeniable chemistry.
Which we clearly
Which we
don't
used to
have.
have. Well, that's bottomed out.
It went up with the credit union in
Yeah,
394.
Our 20s.
Genius.
My God.
19-point lead for Common and Carly. They are 18 points away from a win. It's 62-43. Common and Gerdsey, take a look at the iPad. The password is hit. All right, JG, not surprising because you've been trailing the entire game, but you've got the option here. You're down 19 points. Staring at the words not going to help you. Would you like to go first or second? Flip that over, please. Thank you. You got the option. You want to go first or second?
First.
All right, JG and Lil B for 10.
Punch.
Knockout.
Common and Carly for 9.
Slap.
Hit. That was a good clue
It's
there.
my fault.
No, it's not. I probably could have gone
my
second.
fault.
I was thinking single, Guardsy. Isn't that majors?
We're about to, I would call this an upset. Even someone on KFAN.com/watch thought Lil B and JG would win 80-30. What do you think now? It's 71-43.
Well, 80
Why
to
would
30.
they-
Common and
that's
Carly with the lead.
preposterous.
I mean, Lil B's all-time winner. JG, your former champion.
It's been a while.
Take
though.
it back.
And all of a
And I
sudden,
guess we're just chopped
Chop
liver.
liver.
I don't remember the last time I played, and it's
I
showing.
hope the keyword now is liver because I'll just say chopped, and you would know it's liver.
Rest versus rust.
so Common and Carly, if you get 9 or more, you are victorious. You lead 71-43. Carly and Lil B, take a look at the iPad. The password is side. All right, Lil B. Down 28.
What's the score?
71-43.
Jeez.
The option is yours. You want to go first or second?
Second.
All right, Carly and Common for 10 and the win.
Next.
Other.
Lil B and JG for 9.
Right.
Turn. I'm lost.
Carly and Common for 8.
Hustle.
Hurry.
Lil B and JG for 7.
Left.
I got nothing.
Carly and Common for 6.
Perpendicular.
Turn. We already said that, didn't we? Gosh.
Lil B and JG for 5.
Hustle.
I have no idea. I'm nowhere.
All right, last one. Carly and Common for 4.
Chair.
Straight.
That was really hard, Tenna.
Yeah, the word was side.
Like side hustle.
Side hustle.
Side hustle. Hustle was a great clue, Carly. That was really good.
Yeah.
Right side, left side.
But they were all over the place.
My
It was
good
hard.
side.
Yeah, that was hard. All right, still 71-43. Still 9 needed for Common and Carly to win. Common and JG. Take a look at the iPad, please. The password is stretch. All right, Gerdzy still down 28. Option still on you. You want to go first or second?
We'll go first.
All right, JG and Lil B for 10.
Flexibility.
Limber.
Common and Carly for 9 and the win.
Sleep.
Stretch.
Yes, they win.
No, you. No, you. No, you.
What a chemistry they have. Yeah, you can watch The Hug at KFAN.com/watch.
And you can also see the daggers from Lil B's eyes at KFAN.com/watch.
We have undeniable
It wasn't my best
We
game.
have undeniable chemistry.
Yeah.
We're good together.
Very much.
Now we're
chemistry.
2-2.
Yeah, we have undeniable.
Maybe you guys could play in the tournament together.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
I don't think I'm going to get invited back. Is it like the Masters where the past champions can always play no matter how bad they are?
That's your lucky. That's
Or
what you
maybe
got
I
going
could
for
just
you.
do the ceremonial first clue and then just be done.
Thank you, guys.
I think that's all I'm good for.
Yeah. Well done. That's a good line. You had a number of good lines today.
That's my only value.
Deuce once said, Gophers are making a lot of first downs. I'm really surprised. You had a lot of good lines. I'm really surprised. No, I'm just kidding. Well done. Thank you for coming
Just
in.
not a lot of clues.
Thank you, guys.
Good clues.
It's great to be here.
Carly, thanks so much. It was fun. Lil B, as always, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll break. We'll come back with a little This, Dat, Lad here on The Fan. Past Common Man program. I'm Common. He's 10 to be. This is the Dark Star Memorial Hour. We have one for you today. Adam writes, hey, Common, with baseball season starting, it got to me thinking about my dad, Jerry. We lost him last June after a 7-year battle with prostate cancer. Growing up on a dairy farm in southern Minnesota, Dad taught us the value of hard work, but also the importance of family and fun. We'd always have the Twins games on the radio while we were milking, and in the summer, he'd always make time to play some backyard ball. I remember in 87 and 91, hurrying to get chores done so we could get in to watch the World Series games. In later years, we took road trips to watch games in Milwaukee, Kansas City, Chicago, and St. Louis. Dad was the typical Midwestern farmer, never met a stranger, and would give you the shirt off his back. His list probably was faith, family, farming, and friends. Most of our conversations this time of year would start with him asking if I'd seen the Twins much. He will always be missed here. Dark, hope you have some free time because you'll talk your ear off and let him know how the Twins are doing. And again, thanks, Common signing by Adam. And there you go. There's your Dark Star Memorial for today. I think it's worth taking a look at the Masters leaderboard. This is shaping up to be. This is one of the better leaderboards late in the second round that we've seen in quite some time. It's dotted with what we would call superstar golfers. What do you got?
Well, and obviously you're more likely to get at the Masters, which is part of the reason we love this tournament, right? Because there's a lot of those no names that aren't even invited to begin with. But Justin Rose still on top of the leaderboard. He is at 8 under overall, just a 1 under 71 today, though, after shooting that 7 under 65 yesterday. But he's got some company. Bryson DeChambeau, 1 stroke back at 7 under. He's 4 under on the day, and he's through 17. So
and he's in the middle of the fairway on 18. He just hit fairway wood off the tee, so he's got an opportunity to make birdie here if he hits the green in the right spot.
Really good day for Rory McIlroy. He has vaulted up to 6 under now. He's 6 under on the day after going even 72 yesterday. So McIlroy's a 6 under, as is Corey Connor. who's just through 9 today. He's 2 under on the day, 6 under overall. And then you have Matt McCarty, Shane Lowry, Scotty Scheffler, all at 5 under. Scheffler is just through 7 holes. He's 1 under on the day. And then Rasmus Højgaard, Victor Hovland, Harris English, and Jason Day, all at 4 under.
What is the projected cut line?
When I saw it earlier, it was +2. It's still +2.
Bernhard Langer just birdied number 12 to get to even on the tournament.
Nice.
How about if Bernhard Langer...
Why did we not pick him in that last...
67 years. Well, you'll remember when we used to do this every year. Matter of fact, you and I have watched every first and second round of the Masters together for how many years? It's legendary. Do you think Channel 4 would want to do a little special on us? I mean, because think of all the times we watched the Masters together,
yes.
those first 2 rounds. And when I would talk strategy, one of them was take guys that have won there and always play well there. Couples won in 92, Langer won twice, and they're ageless here. Well, Langer is one of the best players to this day on the Legends Tour, Senior Tour, whatever they call it nowadays. And they get good vibes, Tenneby. They get all fuzzy wuzzy. And what is Couples doing today, by the way? Is he not? Yesterday he was 1 under, tied for 11th going into the. Here's what I thought they might have. Here's the numbers he had, Tenneby. He was 1 under, tied for 11th, or tied. Was it tied for 11th? And his tee time was 11-11. Well, that he's got all ones. He's going to do well. How did he do today?
He's not done yet. He's still on the course. He's through 10.
Okay.
On the day, he's 2 over, so he's 1 over overall. Okay. So he's still on the above the cut line to as of right now, but still 9 hole or
right.
That'd be 8 holes to go. I guess.
So hanging around, and we'll see what happens there. But by the way, here's a text message that says, "What an astonishing run for you and Tenneby. It is a hell of a run that we've watched this many Masters together. It goes to show you our enduring friendship. How we both have a love of golf and watching it together because we both see golf through the same prism. It doesn't hurt that we're on the air together from noon to 3 every Thursday and Friday during the Masters. But hey, that's just a coincidence. We do this no matter what.
Since the TV stations won't come and cover this like they should we just have Helvey do like a report for KFAN social channels, do a video, talk about the two of us?
Well, because if it's
how much it means to us.
If the Rosen, Don Shelby watching the Final Four together, watching the NCAA tournament's worth it. I think it's worth it for you and I.
Okay.
I don't see why not. So, a lot of big names, and it makes for high drama. Your guy, Bryson DeChambeau, he's 181 to the hole, Tenneby. Second shot, pants not fluttering in the breeze. There's an area breeze out there at Augusta today. Let's see. Yeah, that's it didn't get up to the top. It's not in the very back of the green where they have it on Sunday, or Sunday usually it's in the front. It's sort of the middle. So he rolled back. He's got 30.
But he's at the green.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet, it looks like to me. So an opportunity to have the clubhouse lead with Justin Rose. And, of course, Connors, as you mentioned, is -6. Scheffler -5. Connors is playing 10 right now. He just missed his birdie putt, and Scheffler's only through 7. So these guys have a chance, obviously, with a lot of, let's face it, 13 and 15 are birdie holes for these guys. So there's an opportunity for them to
sometimes
go.
eagle holes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's an opportunity for them to go.
Go scuba low.
Go scuba low. Did I go over my round today at all?
I think we did first segment.
We did. We did do that.
The Wheel of Topics just happened to land on it.
I went 79 yesterday, 76 today. That wouldn't be good enough to make the cut at the Masters.
Were you putting better, though, than 50% of them?
Oh, yeah. Today I was, I told you, I went back to my 1986 Nicklaus, slightly open stance, crouching over with the glove on my left hand. And I was putting really well today and had a lot of fun. So there you have the Masters. We'll keep you posted on it for the rest of the afternoon. Oh, one other note, Tenneby, on the Wild, and you're my Wild guy, so tell me if this text message was correct. He said all the Wild need is 1 point, not even a win. If they got 1 point, they clinch a playoff spot. Is that correct? Do they just need 1 point or not? I
do not think that's accurate.
Okay. All right.
I'm not sure on the exact type. Right now, they're up 5.
Okay.
Calgary has a game in hand. So assuming Calgary wins their... I don't think that's accurate. A win will get them in.
Okay. Win and you're in is what we like to say.
Yeah, because a win would also reduce, that means they wouldn't get their 2 points either.
Okay. All right, very good.
But if they're getting 2 points and we're getting a point, then they'd be back 4. Yeah, no, that would.
All right, well, you know what? Just win. Take care of business. If you win, just keep winning games. That's all you need to do.
So a 1 point would get us to 94 points. No, that definitely would not get us in.
There have been 3.
Because that would give them 90. They'd be 4 back, but they'd still have 3 games to go, so they could easily clear those points.
There have been 3 professional golfers that have won back-to-back Masters. Can you identify who those 3 golfers are?
3 golfers that have won back-to-back Masters?
Yeah, there's only been 3.
I'm going to go Tiger Woods.
That's one.
Did Scheffler do it?
No, he's trying to do it.
Oh, he's trying to do it. I'll just assume Jack Nicklaus.
That is correct.
And Ben Hogan.
No. We've had him on a guest on this show before.
Oh, Greg Norman?
We never.
Or Nick Faldo.
Nick Faldo.
Sorry.
Nick Faldo. Yeah. Greg isn't at Augusta because he didn't win. He had a number of opportunities too.
I just got them confused.
Yeah, no, I know. Greg had his opportunity. That was, to me, this is another reason why I don't put money on things I don't have any control over. Of course, this was probably a stupid bet, but it looked perfect at the time. Back 1996, going into the Masters, the day before the first round started, I looked at Hartman and Barrero because they were working together and I was their sidekick. I said, I'll bet you each $50. I'll take Greg Norman to win the Masters. You guys can have the field. You would have taken that bet, right? The field, you get everybody in the Masters. I get one guy.
Of course.
$50. Going into the final round, Norman shot 63 on the opening day, and he had a 6-shot lead going into the final round. I was already spending.
You're a genius.
I was spending my money already. I'll never forget, I played the links at North Fork that Sunday morning, and as I left the 18th green, I said to the guys I'm playing with, well, I'm going to go watch Greg win his first green jacket, might win my $100. Now, this was back in the days. We didn't have cell phones in 96, did we? Weren't that like 98? When did cell phones first come in?
I'm sure there was someone that had cell phones. I mean, it was more early 2000s.
Because I remember I had the landline, and as I'm watching the Masters and watching Norman's lead just slowly slip away, the phone kept ringing. And I know it was Hartman or Barrero calling me, trying to get me going, and I wouldn't answer. I just let it go. So let that be a lesson to you. We'll take a break. Our favorite segment of the week is next. It's Victory Formation segment after another winning week here on the Common Man program on the Fan.
Tails.
KFAN.
Do you have a vibe here? Should I just start talking?
No vibe, all you.
Freddie just keeps grinding. He's +1. He just made a par on number 11, one of the, if not the most difficult hole at Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia. One of the most difficult. Bryson DeChambeau has completed his round. He left his uphill 35-foot birdie, but woefully short, about 5 feet short, but he made the par putt. So he shoots a 68 today. Rose at -1. DeChambeau at -7. McIlroy shoots a 66 today. He is 6 under. Scheffler, Day, Lowry, McCarty, Connors, all at -5. Jason Day, when I was watching live from all week, and they're talking about most of the players. I mean, except for the ones, that aren't going to be there, right? Jason Day's name, unless I just missed it, never came up when I was watching. Never. Mm-hmm. And I can kind of understand why. I mean, he has one major under his belt. He won a PGA championship, and that was, how many years ago was that now? And he's sort of, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not paying as close attention to the PGA Tour as I once did. He kind of sort of fell off the face. Remember he had vertigo that one? And he kind of fell off the face of the youth, but he's been playing better, I think, as of late, this year, at least this calendar year. And he is, he's right there. So, really good tournament going on right now. Speaking of contests, how many wins does Lil B now have overall?
She's still at
89.
89, yeah.
How many do I have?
You're closing in on her.
Objects in your mirror may be closer than they
How many
appear.
do I have?
I thought you were like three under. Oh, I can get it for you.
Huh. And you know what's really interesting? I haven't even tried yet because I don't really care. So now I'm thinking, well, you know what? Maybe I got something to play for.
Yeah, you're now at 86. She's at 89.
Huh.
Objects in your mirror may be closer than they appear.
Text messengers still think we're going to get beat by 50? Carly and I?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know what? I'll show you. Put me with Muss. Put me with Fallness. I don't care.
We did put you with Muss in the tournament last year.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I got too cocky. I take that back. Don't put me with Muss. I'm sorry. Ted, but please don't take that. I lost my head for a second.
You're not a miracle worker.
Yeah, right. I lost my head for a second. I'm sorry. Please don't do that to me. I'm just going to ask. Oh, there's been some movement in the National Football League regarding the quarterback position. Tell me, what do you got for us? You said you got a couple of quarterbacks are now off the market.
Obviously, the assumption is the Minnesota Vikings are in the backup quarterback free agent, looking for a veteran, and they're in that market right now in free agency. And two of them are off the market today. Neither went to the Minnesota Vikings. So Joe Flacco signed with the Cleveland Browns, who he was with, what was that, a year or two ago before he went to Indianapolis.
Yep.
So Flacco's out the market. And then now Drew Lock has just signed with the Seattle Seahawks to back up Sam Darnold in Seattle. So two more veteran quarterback options off the market, and the Vikings still don't have one.
You know my theory, and I'm sticking with it until proven right or wrong, is that there's already an agreement between Aaron Rodgers and Kevin O'Connell. He's going to play for the Vikings. My theory being, there's no way Rodgers is showing up for Otis or minicamp. He doesn't do that. Coach can't sign him like that and announce he won't be there for that because that just looks bad. It's not all for one and one for all, 40 for 60 and 70. Then it's like, well, you're really not the coach, are you? You're not making the decisions there. He is, and you don't want that to happen, right? So you wait till Otis and minicamps are over, and then you say, well, we finally came to an agreement with Aaron. We like the way he's, we really think it's a good opportunity for us to take what we feel is a wide open window right now. And it's kind of a win-win. If he's brilliant, it's great. And if he's not, we got our quarterback waiting in the wings, and he's only 22. He's got plenty of time to be a quarterback. Hell, 22, a lot of guys are still in college at that point. They're not playing pro ball. So, because who's left out there?
I was going to say,
right?
I think it's one of two guys are going to be at the Vikings. I don't think it's going to be anyone but these two guys. One would be Aaron Rodgers. The other would be Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
And Tannehill makes sense if you are going to move forward with J.J. McCarthy. You know, Tannehill at this stage of his career realizes, hey, I'm not here to compete for a starting job.
Right.
You probably want someone more in a mentoring role that can help him navigate the day-to-day life of the NFL and help him watch film and all that kind of stuff and teach him. So given Tannehill wasn't in the league last year, I think he would be accepting of that position.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think that's probably, I would tend to agree with you. It's probably down to one or the other. I guess there's probably other guys out there, but are they really any better than?
I'm trying to think. I know Carson Wentz is still available.
Yeah, how many guys are better than the backup you have now? And I know you know what I'm saying. I mean,
I don't even know if they have another backup.
Well, who's our guy right now though? The
Brett Rippon. I don't know if I think he might be a free agent.
Really?
I thought I saw that.
All right. But remains to be seen. We'll find out. Clay Bailey.
So the ones that are still available: Aaron Rodgers. Well, Drew Lock's no longer available. Right. Carson Wentz. Then you're looking at Easton Stick, Teddy Bridgewater, C.J. Beathard, Tyler Huntley, Brett Rippon's on this list, Jeff Driscoll, and Desmond Ridder. Like, Ridder doesn't make sense. He's a younger quarterback that is already, it looks like his career might be over.
Rodgers back to pass looking. He's JJ. Guarantee you.
It's going to be Rodgers or Tannehill.
Yep. And here's the deal. Tannehill probably doesn't care at all. He'll just go somewhere where there's a paycheck. So if somebody else is looking for, there's probably somebody else looking for a backup. The Vikings are going to, if they're not going Rodgers and they want someone that at least you go, well, he gives you at least a half a chance or a quarter of a chance to win some games when your main guy's out. You go for Tannehill because of the names you just mentioned. I guess Wentz had quite a bit of success early on in his career, right? But he's been. I mean, if you said Wentz or Tannehill, I think I'd take Tannehill. I really would. I mean, I don't know if there's. It's probably a distinction without a difference, right?
The other option, that people keep throwing out there, I just don't buy it, is trade. I know to acquire a backup quarterback, you don't have to give up a ton, but they have 4 draft picks. They've been giving up too much with draft equity. They can't give up more. So
is it possible?
Go sign a free agent.
Kirk Cousins could return to the Vikings? Oh my gosh! Above average at that.
Cleveland signed Flacco today, so maybe now they have Flacco. They have Pickett. Technically, they still have Deshaun Watson. I don't even know if he's going to play this year.
Yeah.
But people are thinking, well, if they sign Flacco, that might be them closing the door on Kirk Cousins.
Clay Bailey writes, NBA, and amongst other sports, I would think, for the Associated Press. Headline, Ja Morant changes three-point celebration to pretend grenade toss in light of league fines and warnings. Dateline, Memphis, Tennessee. Ja Morant got in trouble again for aiming an imaginary gun to celebrate three-pointers. So he's gone to a different make-believe violent way to mark a long-distance shot. Memphis Grizzlies leading scorer, who was fined $75,000 recently for mimicking pointing a long gun after a basket from outside the arc, acted like he was pulling the pin and tossing a grenade in Thursday's 141-125 loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. In the third quarter, their chance of winning the game blew up. I know that. Morant, who was 5 of 13 from three-point range, in some cases even covered his ears after the windmill-like hurl of the invisible explosive. Morant said after Thursday's shoot-around, "That's my celebration now until somebody else has a problem with it, and I'll find another one."
What's the next one?
I don't know.
Can you do a bow and arrow?
I've seen that one done already by people. I don't think that would be... I think you want something your own.
Yeah.
But he could go with that, I suppose.
The grenade's new. Haven't seen that.
That is new. I've not seen the grenade. I don't know why you have to have... And again, I know we can say that in this day and age, we're too picky and we're too, politically correct is what they say.
Yeah.
Because I think we all, I don't, whether you're pro-gun, anti-gun, second, whatever, I think we all think violence by guns, especially the school shootings, is what's really been, that's what's got everybody, bent out of shape, and rightly so. I don't know and so I think that's why the mimicking of the guns is considered a bad thing. Because, back when I was growing up, we used to play Army all the time. We had plastic machine guns that you would buy from the toy store, right? And we would pretend, I remember back in the day, me and my guys in the neighborhood, we did a lot of make-believe. We didn't have video games and such, right? Yeah. So one of the make-believe games...
Didn't have iPads.
We had toy machine guns, and we would pretend we were fighting in World War II. There's the Germans. That's what we did. We thought and we'd do that for an hour, and then we'd find something else to do. Go down by the river and swing on a tire swing or something like that. But it's so I did, and again, so you can say, well, it's silly that he should be fined for that. But to me, you can take it on the other end and go, why can't you find it? Why are you being so stubborn about it? Why is it?
Even if you disagree with the league finding it, either way, that's what they are doing, and you're an idiot for keep pushing the buttons on it, right? Yeah. And for a guy that completely lacks self-awareness, given he's already been suspended for a long time because he was showing real guns on video multiple times, just have a little awareness, and you are not only hurting yourself, you're hurting your team.
Right.
You're putting them in a bad spot. And even just watching the game last night, I'm not watching Ja Morant play the rest of the year.
Yeah.
He is, on top of all the gun stuff and the grenades, he's just an unlikable player to watch. And he shouldn't be, because his style of play should be very entertaining. Like his ability to get to the basket and shoot and set up teammates. He should be an extremely likable player, but he ruins it with not only the gun stuff, but he complains after every single time. He's trying to draw fouls every time. And those players drive me crazy that they complain about every single call.
end of the story says the grenade celebration drew criticism from the TNT studio crew Thursday night. Kenny the Jet Smith noted that Morant, quote, has a history that maybe he shouldn't be doing that. Shaq Diesel O'Neal added, he knows what he's doing because y'all are going to keep talking about it. Wait, hold on. Shaq Diesel O'Neal said, you knew you were going to be doing that because y'all are going to keep doing that about that. I just love him. I have to tell you, he just kind of mumbles. He's the
you're going to keep talking about that.
Yeah, you guys.
So he knows what he's doing.
Who knows what he's going to be doing, so y'all can keep talking about it. As for Charles Barkley, he said the happiest person maybe, this is so Chuck. As for Charles Barkley, he said the happiest person might be former Grizzlies coach Taylor Jenkins, fired March 28th because, quote, he ain't got to deal with this immature stuff anymore, unquote. Yeah, I just don't understand it. It's silly. But again, that's just that's just the way they say it goes. But let's forget all that. And then there was I always like seeing what now, Dave Campbell is based in the Twin Cities. He writes for Associated Press. He covers Vikings and everything, right? But I just like to see, when it's not fish wrap east or west, what they have to say about the Wild. Wild stars Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek sure know how to make an entrance in Brighton, a playoff picture. Then there's quotes in here. Matt Boldy says, if you take any team's two best players away, that's a huge difference and such an impact that those guys have in every aspect of us playing well. For them to work as hard as they did throughout these weeks they've been out, and then to come back and perform like that, it speaks a lot to them and their character. Marc-Andre Fleury, a.k.a. Flower, said, our team stuck together, grinded, trying to get points along the way, and everybody's stepping in, trying their best. But it's definitely nice to get those guys back and see what they can do. Kirill shot is so good, and Eki is always, hey,
Eki.
They've picked up from us. We started calling him Eki, and now it looks like the Wild are starting to do that. And Kirill shot is so good, and Eki is always such a big presence in front of the net. Here's what Eki said. Some days you get frustrated. You want to be out there. You want to help the team, so you have your ups and downs. This is from being out, doing the rehab work, and just trying to get back and ready to play. I think emotionally it was really good to have someone to talk to, meaning him and Kaprizov both out at the same time.
Yeah.
For him, too, I think he felt, or hopefully it was, pretty nice to have someone kind of on the same timeline and just doing the same. And then the quote from John Hines, those guys are workhorses. When they said that they're going to be ready to play, you knew that they were going to be ready to play the way that they need to play. And, you know, we had talked about that, 10 and B. Wondering, first of all, when were they coming back?
Yeah.
Were either, you know, could it, I mean, especially with Kaprizov, first it was supposed to be back in December. He was supposed to be out for 3 days. He came back, or for a short period of time, played 3 games and was off again. I was thinking it was distinctly possible he wouldn't come back all year.
Sure.
End of the year, no doubt.
Oh, it's so close, yeah.
Right. So it's very, very close. Well, now he is, so he's back, and so and we were wondering, well, you know, will they have any rust? And, you know, that's always possible, but I just have this feeling, because I've always felt this way, especially about elite players. All these guys, you've heard me say this a million times, if you're a pro hockey player, football, baseball, basketball, whatever the sport is, you've been playing it forever. Most have been playing since 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, right? And so you've always been really, really good, and you don't forget how to play. Does it take you some time to get up to game speed? Well, I mean, look, they were playing a bad team. We know that.
Yep.
And you got adrenaline because it's your first game back and you're excited and you're ready to go. But I think it's more than just a bad team and adrenaline. Unless maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the next time they go out there, they'll be tuckered. They won't play as well, and we'll go, well, there goes that. But I just get the feeling that when you have guys that are...
They're just special players.
Right. They're that good. And it's like, sure, there might be a little rust, but it's like you haven't forgot how to skate. You haven't forgot how to pass. It's just like you forgot how to do all those things. And sometimes I think the idea that...
For me, it's usually the brain, like the speed of the game and getting your brain to think.
Yeah, there's probably something to that. Yeah.
Needed to think at.
Yeah. Yeah. But I like what we've seen. So right now we're in a situation with the 2 winter sports teams. Both look like they're making the postseason. The Wolves can't miss the play-in, even if they lost 2 in a row, right? They're in the play-in.
Yeah, they've already clinched at least the top 8 part.
And the Wild, they They could miss, right?
Yes. They win tonight, they're in.
Right.
Obviously, if they lose in regulation tonight, that would not be great because Calgary would gain 2 points. Calgary also has a game in hand, so they'd be 3 points back with a game in hand, and Calgary, I think, still has 3 games after us, and the Wild would have 2 games, which is, then all of a sudden the Wild got to go to Vancouver tomorrow night on a second half of back-to-back in a situation where they need to win, and they got Anaheim on Tuesday, which should be a winnable game, though they did beat Calgary just the other night.
Here's what I'll tell you. I'm confident that the Wild are going to make postseason play.
They should.
The Wolves... I don't know what makes me think this, because I thought they were going to lose last night for sure. I just did. Because I don't trust them. I get the feeling they're going to win their next 2 games. So let's say they get the 6th seed. So they'll be 6. They're in. Timmy, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
If both are in postseason play, and I think obviously the Wild will be in postseason, not necessarily playoffs, because I don't count the 7-10 matchups playoffs. That's
not playoffs.
That's postseason play.
Yeah.
But if they both get into the playoffs, who do you think has a chance to make a deeper run?
Probably your Minnesota Timberwolves.
I'll say your Minnesota Wild.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you're right.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, great job.
I thought you did a terrific job as well. We enjoyed our visit with you, not just today, but all week. It was a lot of fun. We'll be back on Monday at 12 noon, but stick around. JG, Big Ticket, they're next right here on The Fan.
Good night, folks, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Listen back to any of Common Man's programs by podcasting on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.